Hello, it's nice to hear your voice again. I've waited all day long, even wrote a song for you. Hi, everybody. All right, we're here for another stream. Hello. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so tired. Oh my god. Oh, I totally forgot. Oh my god. Before I forget to put in my hours, let me almost forgot to put in my hours today. Ooh, shit. That'd have been 3 days in a row. All right. One quick second. From the feeling of being alone, bless the telephone. I stay weak, fast or slow, fast and low, the same. Feel the same too. I'm very glad. All right. Let's see. Okay, there you go. That should be good. All right. And I can do the rest tomorrow. All right. Woo! Okay, we got a lineup of stuff to do today. We have a lineup of stuff. All right. So first things up. We need to cover this. Important news has officially dropped. Oh my god. Nintendo Direct. I've been seeing this trending all morning. I need to get a good look at this big old longer of a Nintendo Direct right now, okay? Let me get a good look at this. Hold up. Nintendo? All right, here we go. Ooh, this is going to be good. I've avoided spoilers successfully up to this point, so I don't know anything that's being announced right now. This is gonna be first time response to this. I got my chai tea latte. I just burned my tongue. Okay, let me activate my browser audio. All right, here we go. Nintendo Direct. Okay, what you got for me, Nintendo? What you got for me? Come on. People have been talking about this all morning. I'm gonna try and keep it as PG as possible. No bad words today, chat. No bad words. Dragon Quest? Hold up. Is this a remake? Oh. Three tales of brave heroes begin anew. Let's go! We're getting Dragon Quest! Adventure! Oh man, for those of you who never played Dragon Quest, oh, you're in for a treat. Oh, I'll totally play through this game. The story on this is phenomenal. I love the Dragon Quest games. So cute, man. How did they never get remade into like a full-fledged like Square Enix animated like video game, you know? Like a 3D video game. They've only kept it authentic to me. I think Dragon Quest 4, either 3 or 4
Hello,
are the
everyone.
only ones.
I'm Shinya Takahashi,
ever gotten
and
a
I'll be
3D
your
remake
guide for
and
today's
movie
Nintendo Direct.
release. They are the most popular in the franchise.
Today,
I will say
we'll
that.
be providing information on upcoming Nintendo Switch games. We'll also today's Nintendo Direct.
Shinya!
Your guide
Shinya
for today's
Takahashi.
Nintendo
Hello,
Direct.
Shinya Takahashi. Arigato.
Today,
Alright, what do you got for me?
we'll also have a Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2 on April 2nd. So please tune in for that as well.
Another one? Wait, back to back
What you
like
just
that?
saw was Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake from Square Enix. Another character appeared at the end. What kind of adventure awaits? We hope you're excited for more information in the future.
Cracking
Okay, let's see the first batch of headlines.
All right, first batch.
Escape from dire straits.
Dire Straits? Wait. Dire Straits? Why does that sound familiar?
2 minutes until oxygen 0.
Huh?
Help me! Please help me, Dante!
Oh, I thought she was gonna say daddy.
The latest entry in the I, the
Holy
Somnium
shit.
Files series is stirring. You are Kaname Date,
Okay. Oh,
a
it's an anime
special
game.
agent
Okay.
with a sophisticated
Makes
AI
sense, makes
called
sense.
Aiba embedded in his left eye. Your mission is to track down Iris,
Every weeb's
an
fantasy.
internet idol who has been trapped in a mysterious escape
That's
game.
what's gonna end up happening in a couple of years.
Conduct interviews to
Insert
investigate
waifus.
Iris's whereabouts. Dive into a subject's dreams to reveal clues hidden deep within their
Isn't that a video
psyche.
game?
And solve mind-bending puzzles in an explorable environment. Everything you learn will bring you one step closer to the truth. Uncover what's hidden in reality and dreams to rescue Iris.
Oh, is this the same company
No
that did
Sleep for Kaname Date from
that
I,
one,
the
Somnium,
Somnium
or-
Files. Launches on
Yeah,
the Nintendo
Somnium
Switch
Files.
system
Oh, it is.
July
Yeah, yeah.
25th.
Oh, that's why it sounded familiar.
Unleash the supernatural.
Ah. Wow, Nintendo's... Are these all exclusive?
A classic Atlas action RPG returns with remastered HD graphics and enhanced gameplay. Set in the capital city in the year Taisho 20, Raido Kuzunoha makes his living as an apprentice detective. But unbeknownst to others, he also
He's got a
fights
sword
alongside
and a
demons
sonic
as a
screwdriver.
devil summoner. To protect the capital, Raido must investigate a series of supernatural cases. Fight in real-time battles alongside
it's like
demons you
Persona.
summon. Work with your demons to strike an enemy's weak point, then follow up with a powerful attack. Cooperation is the key to victory. You can even turn opposing demons into allies. Demons can also be useful outside of battle,
Oh, so it
and their
is.
powers are helpful in finding solutions during
It is part of,
investigations. Guide Raido through a series of strange incidents
You're the bird who gave us a call? Devil Summoner?
as he uncovers a conspiracy that will shake the capital to its core. Raido Remastered, The Mystery of the Soulless Army, launches on Nintendo
Wait, why is it
Switch
cut off at the
June
top up here?
19th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Oh, scroll down, my bad.
Consume darkness.
Consume darkness.
With
Got
your
like one
memories
little hair
gone,
that keeps
you have
sticking
been
out of my
summoned to a
freaking-
strange, unfamiliar world
Damn it.
where you're greeted by a yellow orb known as Puck. But who is this spherical stranger? Moored in a mysterious, maze-like world, your battle for survival begins.
Oh, this looks like something made in Unreal.
As Puck guides you on your journey, you'll delve deeper into the expansive world. By examining your surroundings, you can phase shift and combine with Puck to explore areas you couldn't reach before.
Pac-Man?
But tread lightly. The creatures inhabiting this world will prove hostile. When facing imposing enemies, you and Puck can temporarily fuse into the Gaia form to
Wait,
unleash
what?
powerful attacks.
A Pac-Man mecha anime.
By consuming
I did
your
not
prey,
expect.
you'll collect resources that can then be used to enhance your abilities.
Wait, what?
Work to uncover
Who came
Puck's
up
true
with
goal
this?
and devour enemies to survive this cruel world. Experience a dark twist on the iconic Pac-Man when Shadow Labyrinth launches on Nintendo Switch July 18th.
Oh, it's Bandai Namco. Oh, so they obviously already have the
The
rights to
rhythmic
Pac-Man.
march begins.
Oh, interesting.
Remasters of
doing stuff with
Patapon
their
and
IP.
Patapon 2 are drumming onto Nintendo Switch as one bundle.
Okay. I mean, it's better than just
Play
like
your
having
drum to the
Pac-Man
beat
just
and give different
not
commands
do
to the
anything, you know? At
Patapon
least they're trying
army.
new things.
For example,
Liking that.
Pata 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 Pawn advances them forward, while
Is this a
Pawn
rhythm?
Pawn Pata Pawn has them attack.
I don't think I've ever played this game.
And if you string together
fun.
combos with good timing, the Patapons enter fever mode and get a big boost in power. From the horse-riding Kiba Pawn to the shield-savvy Tate Pawn, build up your battalion to take on hordes of fierce foes.
It's a rhythm game.
Plus, new features have been added, so you can advance to the beat of your own drum.
Oh, please tell me they have a 1v1. Please tell me you can challenge
Lead the
people in this.
Patapons and march forth
Dude,
when
I'm gonna
Patapon
wreck
1+2
Lazy.
Replay
Oh my
launches on
God.
Nintendo Switch, July 11th. Welcome to Zephyrtown, a cozy place nestled in a windswept valley. This is where your new life begins.
Story of Seasons. Oh my God. Okay.
First cropping up on
I got a story about Story of Seasons. So this game first released, I think I think it was the first or second E3 that I attended when I first started working at game stores like years and years ago. But this barely was coming out. The first original installment of Story of Seasons. I remember because they had such a big booth compared to a lot of other indie developed games. They had such a big booth at E3. It was crazy. But it's wild that I haven't seen a lot from this IP in a long time since then. Like it's like Animal Crossing where like it's a very self-sufficient game. And like it can go years without having to do anything, you know, it just kind of like its community keeps it thriving. But wow, the fact that like this is the first time I'm seeing something a Story of Seasons like related in a few years is kind of wild.
the Nintendo DS system, this immersive farming and life sim has
Wonder
no
if it's
shortage of
Nintendo only.
activities to get up to.
Oh, you must be the new farmer.
Tend to your farm while growing crops and caring for animals.
Oh, I like that cow.
Then sell your produce and other wares at the town's weekly
That's a
bazaar.
cute cow.
As bazaar sales grow, you'll help the once famous market regain its former splendor.
Inspiring, honestly.
You can also get to know the locals
I'd like to spend more time with you.
and maybe nurture a relationship if you find that special someone. Plus, taking advantage of Zephyrtown's windy conditions can make travel
Oh my
and
God,
other
this is
tasks a breeze.
What's that one farming game everybody plays that like they all
The winds
They
of
cream
change
over,
are
like,
coming,
all the fucking
and your
guys in
new
the
life
village?
on the farm
What's the
begins
name of
when
it?
Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar launches on the Nintendo Switch system
God, I
August
forget,
27th.
Like everybody tries to romance all the guys in town. Fuck, I forgot what the name of it was.
Please look
Shit, I'm
forward
sorry,
to the
no
latest
bad
entry
words, no
in the
bad
Story of
words. I'm sorry,
Seasons
Nintendo,
series.
sorry.
Next, please take a look at this.
I'm trying. Ugh. No bad words, no bad words. Okay. Monster Hunter? I need a shave soon. Metroid Prime 4? Gimme!
This is the unknown planet Vuros. Here, Samus finds a verdant jungle with a colossal tree at its center.
Okay, show me some combat. Show me some combat. I need to know if they added anything new.
In order to survive and escape this planet that she was unexpectedly transported to, Samus must scan stone figures and other relics to carve a path forward.
Okay.
She's not alone, though. Abhorrent, alien creatures living in the jungle are waiting to
The
strike.
suit looks so good, though. Oh, please tell me it's gonna be Joy-Con controllers. Please tell me it's gonna be motion control. Ooh, that'd be so sick. Imagine just like being able to shoot with one and then like use a whip with the other.
As she explores the planet, Samus is granted mysterious and ancient powers. Psychic abilities.
Psychic ability?
These powers allow Samus to operate mechanisms and to open doors. They also allow her to control the trajectory of her beams with the power of her mind.
Okay, that's making
Why
Samus a little
were
too
these
OP, don't
powers
you think?
bestowed upon Samus?
Who's writing the story for Metroid? Who's writing the story for Metroid?
Zeros, Montanaga, Shakara.
Ooh, I like that. I like the big ball. That's a big ball.
And what will be her fate
Robots.
after being summoned to Vuros? The threads intertwining beyond space and time
Oh, yes,
are beginning
the
to
boss
weave
fights.
a new tale.
That is what I like. I want to see more of the boss fights for sure.
Lakin Takalalech, Ashaliara,
Wow, 2025?
Intentina Garanshe.
Frozen one. Frozen one. I'm coming. Huh? Ew! Who designed that suit?
It looks like even more challenges await Samus.
Wait, what? No!
We hope you're looking
I
forward
like
to
the
exploring
original suit.
Samus's new psychic abilities.
Wait, what?
Okay,
Hold on. Okay, here's okay. This suit looks so bare. Like bare ass. Like okay, this thing there's like what? It's like they're trying to Ferrari fucking Samus. Why are you trying to make it look cleaner? It looked fine before. Okay. Here's the one thing. If this suit evolves over time with the abilities like throughout the game and changes looks, so like right now it looks bare because like there's nothing attached to it. But like if by the end of the game you're fucking like beefed up with like weapons all over your body, you have like belts attached later, or you have like a bunch of stuff added to the suit as you gain abilities, that would make a lot of sense. This suit would be fine in that sense, but if this is how the suit's gonna look for the rest of the series, who designed this? Who designed this? We gotta talk. Dude, some artist just collected such an easy paycheck. He just said, this is what we got. You can take it or leave it. Either that or they're using AI. This is crazy. That's serious.
it looks like even more challenges await Samus. We hope you're looking forward.
Okay, we saw this.
Ready to stir up some mischief?
Stir up some mischief.
Once upon a time, there was a drab coffee shop that transformed into a magical potion cafe. As the newest
Disney
potionista
characters.
of the Cursed Cafe, you'll craft concoctions for
Disney
Disney
Cafe.
villains and get to know them in a new light. Mix
What's
ingredients
this
to brew all
used
sorts of strange elixirs. Then serve them to your villainous visitors, including Ursula and Gaston. With help from Yzma, you can upgrade your ingredients to produce some wildly wicked creations. The potions you make can influence each customer's storylines, leading to different outcomes every time you play. Who knows
When did
what
they do the Bad
mischief
Boy Hood?
might happen?
Why does he
Disney
look like
Villains
that?
Cursed Cafe launches
they
on
took off his
Nintendo's
hat.
What Mischief Might You Play. Who
They
knows
gave him a
what
beanie.
different
No.
outcomes every
Why does he look like that? Ew! Ew, give him back his pirate hat. This, ugh.
Every time you play. Who knows? Later today.
Villains, curse captain. Okay, I like that.
Summon
Disney
a
finally putting out video
spellbinding
games again.
adventure.
That's a good sign. So Disney for quite some time took a lot of budget away from like animated films and video games, and were diverting a lot of funds to the park and Marvel resources. So it's good to see them finally kind of getting back into the game a little bit, and like starting to develop some games to kind of like do some stuff. I think the last thing that they had put out that was like a big success was that one sim game that was like the Disney Dreamscape or something like that. Where you like create a character and you can like live in a little village with like Disney characters. It was like Animal Crossing but like Disney. Like beyond that, they haven't done a lot. Like, oh my god, can you imagine if they announce a Kingdom Hearts this year? Oh my god, if they announce a new Kingdom Hearts and Disney's actually included in the IP again? I'm gonna fucking explode from excitement.
Welcome to
Holy
Witchbrook
shit.
College, where students strive to master the
You can't have Kingdom Hearts without fucking Donald and Goofy and Mickey, man. You just can't. You need to include them. Ugh.
magical arts. During class, use magic circles to perform rituals, fly on brooms, and learn advanced techniques to go from witch in training to skilled spellcaster.
Wait.
There's also plenty to do outside of class. Hang out with friends at their homes.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Take on various jobs to help pay for tuition. Or use the spells you've learned to craft and sell original items. Plus, up to 4 players can make magic together in online co-op.
Online co-op?
Explore
Dude,
this
is
whimsical
sick.
world on the road to graduation and beyond. Are
Wait, I
you
gotta
ready
go to
for a
school again?
spellbinding journey?
I don't want to go to school
Enrollment
again.
begins when Witchbrook flies onto Nintendo Switch.
Hold on. Is this exclusive? It looks exclusive, but here's my one thing. Is it gonna have an online subscription? Like, are you gonna have to pay for the online, like World of Warcraft and shit like that? If it's free, I'm so down. I'm so down. If it's just like a one-time purchase, I'll give it a shot.
This holiday.
I swear, if they make me pay like monthly, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Action, adventure, and arcade games await. Set off on a fantastical mission to eliminate a mysterious deity. In this
Eternal life
hand-drawn
of the old man.
platforming adventure, you'll explore an expansive archipelago where nightmares and wonder collide.
It's an
Upgrade
old
your
man
trusty
as a main
cane with
character.
magical parts.
Hey!
Then use its abilities to
It's
find your own
speaking to my
path
better
through the
nature.
enchanting world. Can you uncover the secrets the archipelago holds? Find out when the Eternal Life of Goldman launches on Nintendo Switch this holiday.
Oh, that's so Disney coded. That's like
Celebrate
Fantasia.
the 40th anniversary of Gradius with a collection of arcade shoot-'em-up games from across the series.
That's such a tough
Titles
game.
include Gradius, Salamander, Light Force, Gradius 2, Gradius 3, and Salamander 2. Some titles come with multiple versions, including ones from different regions and launch years. Plus, take the helm in a brand new entry, Salamander 3. Gradius Origins launches on the Nintendo Switch system August 7th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Battle to the beat in Rift of the Necrodancer. Press the corresponding buttons in each lane to fight monsters in rhythm-based combat.
Oh my God.
Keep the cadence going with epic boss battles, quirky minigames, remix
gotta play
stages,
this.
and
This
global
looks so
leaderboards. Plus, more musical mayhem awaits in the Celeste Music Pack paid DLC. And be on the
dude, this
lookout
looks
for
so
more
fun. I'm so
DLC
down.
in the future. Rift of the Necrodancer
makes me wanna
launches
play
on
WarioWare
Nintendo
so
Switch
bad.
later
I
today.
want to play Wario.
Let's see
Tamagotchi?
what's in store.
Hold up, my. My screen froze. Tamagotchi! Oh my god!
Welcome to Tamagotchi Plaza, a brand new entry in the Tamagotchi Connections.
Tamagotchi. Tamagotchi. Wait, I've never heard it pronounced like that before. Wait, what?
Series. There are stores galore. Design glasses at the eyewear shop. Polish pearly whites solo or with a friend at the dentist. And arrange plates at the afternoon tea shop. 12 wonderful stores need your help.
This game is going to be so perfect for streamers. Dude, you're going to be able to play with your fucking I'm sorry, your freaking community, like, taking care of your Tamagotchis. Oh my god.
Help. Provide good customer service to get high.
I just really hope that they have like good mini games. That's the one thing, because that's the only thing that Tamagotchi was kind of like missing in the past. They had like really cool little mini game stuff, but like it was never really to the level of like Mario Party or like, you know, any other like AAA video game. So if Tamagotchi can nail this, they could probably have like a pretty good serialization.
High ratings and upgrade each shop. In doing so, you'll get to meet more Tamagotchi, making the town livelier than before.
The buff shark!
With over 100 new in the town, you'll get to meet more Tamagotchi, making the town livelier than before.
Shark, that's crazy.
With over 100 new and classic Tamagotchi, business is sure to be booming. Get ready to set up shop when Tamagotchi Plaza launches on Nintendo Switch, June 27th.
Tamagotchi. Pokemon! Oh, nice. Hold up. I haven't played a Pokemon game in years. Is it time to get back into it? Because like these battle graphics are starting to actually look kind of what I envisioned as a kid they look like. Legends. Yeah.
Welcome to Pokemon Legends ZA, a new title in the Pokemon series.
Wait.
You'll begin your adventure by choosing one of 3 partner Pokemon.
The character just flies now?
The setting is this metropolis that also appeared in the Pokemon X and Pokemon Y games, Lumio City. To make it easier for people and Pokemon to coexist, a company named Quasartico Inc. is carrying out an urban redevelopment plan. Here, we'll get a glimpse.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. I don't like how modern Pokemon is getting, right? Okay, here's my take on what I think Pokemon should do. I think Pokemon, they in the original Pokemon like series, they had that theory that Pokemon and Clefairies came from like an asteroid or a comet, right? And there was like that legend that was written on walls, and they were like Pokemon came from the stars and stuff like that. Pokemon needs to elaborate on that. And I think what would really be cool is if another like asteroid or comet hit the Pokemon Earth or the Pokemon planet that they're on and like decimated the entire thing. All the technology's wiped out. They're back to like original Pokemon, like living in huts kind of stuff, and they have to coexist with Pokemon. That game would be so good, like post-apocalyptic. They're trying to like recuperate, and like it's almost like Horizon Zero Dawn but with Pokemon. That would be so sick. But like I hate the modernization of Pokemon. I don't like skyscrapers in my Pokemon. Or like I get it, the original Pokemon had the Silph Code like skyscrapers and stuff like that, but like I liked how like before it was like it felt like humble Japan, you know? Like Pokemon felt like you were touring around Japan. There weren't buildings that were like 3 or 4 like levels and stuff like this, or I don't know. It feels a little too forced sometimes. And then I don't know. It feels I feel like it's trying too hard to be realistic when like Pokemon should kind of lean more towards the fantasy. But that's just me personally.
into the lives of the Pokemon and people of Lumio City. Scattered all over town are wild zones. These areas are special environments where wild Pokemon can
like
live
this.
comfortably,
This is nice.
even within the city.
I like this concept.
You can catch Pokemon here,
So this was their way of around like you being stuck in a city.
but they
They
might
have
be
little
hostile.
areas where you
If
can
you sense
attack
trouble,
Pokemon.
get to safety. There are Pokemon that live outside wild zones too. Some of them can even be found on rooftops. People and Pokemon live easygoing lives in Lumio City. But when night falls, the city's aura transforms. Highly skilled trainers are invited to participate in a tournament.
Oh, nightclub activate.
ZA
Wait,
Royale.
red light district Pokemon.
Trainers await
Wait,
in
what?
battle zones. If you're spotted, they'll challenge you to battle.
Okay, I like this concept. So there's like hostile times of the city.
Strike first before being seen, and you'll
Dude, oh my god. This is giving like Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle City vibes so much. This is actually kind of cool. I like this.
land a surprise attack. During battles, using a super effective move at the right moment is key.
But you can't just copy the combat of Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle City, okay? You have to have a good story. So I hope that whatever this game is has a really well-written story behind it. Because that, I feel, is something that Pokemon doesn't need. It needs really good writing. That, like, doesn't that doesn't kind of like look down on children's intelligence, you know? Like sometimes you can have a really good serious story and you can have it dark enough and children will still understand that stuff, you know? Have it like Detective Pikachu was such a good story. Why can't you guys like write really good stories like that in your video games also? Oh, but I am talking too much for somebody that hasn't played any of the newer ones, so maybe I should go back and play some of the newer ones. Maybe after I play the newest one, maybe then I'll be able to kind of like have a good judgment on their writing. But we'll see.
And with Mega Evolution, some Pokemon can power up even more. You'll start at rank Z and work your way up to rank A.
Here's another thing. There's no consequences for Mega Evolution. I think one thing that Digimon had really good was the fact that like when Digimon exerted themselves past their limit, when they went to their ultimate forms, they reverted back to their baby form. And that was so good for Digimon. And I feel like Pokemon needs to do that too, where if you use a Mega Evolution too much or past it, or like, let's say a Pokemon dies in its Mega Evolution or faints, should I say, it should revert back to its primary baby form. And then you have to evolve it all over again. I think it would give so much more value to like, oh, you have to think about using this Mega Evolution kind of thing.
Trainers who reach the top are said to have a wish granted.
I like this art style though. I like how they're going. The fact that they're actually kind of like going more
Day
three-dimensional is
and
kinda
night
cool.
are two sides to Lumio City. It seems there are even more secrets waiting to be uncovered. What will you find on your adventure?
It almost looks like Paris.
Pokemon Legends ZA launches on Nintendo Switch later this year.
I don't get it. Are they doing this because they're trying to like create like an online game at some point? Because everything about this feels like they're trying to make it an MMO.
In Lumio City, where the game is set, the aura transforms between day and night. It seems there are even more secrets to uncover. Please be on the lookout for more information in the future. Next, please take a look at this.
I do like this concept though. They're kind of
Hello
like,
there.
wait, hello.
The game you're about to see Boop.
Boop.
Doesn't have a big, epic story.
It doesn't?
But what it does have is lots of funny little rhythm games.
Wait, what is this?
You wanna see?
Ooh, rhythm games.
Just press the button to jump through the ring.
Huh? That's me? He's like me for real. Oh! He's
It
just
sounds
like
easy.
me.
But the timing is super tricky. Maybe you could try it in time to a rhythm.
Oh my god, there's so many. Oh!
In this game, you might do almost
like
anything,
this.
but you'll need to do it in rhythm.
Aw. Wait,
With practice, you might even be able to play it with your eyes closed.
wait, that's it? This is the whole game? Oh!
Get into the rhythm with a brand new entry in the Rhythm Heaven series,
Wait, what is Rhythm Heaven?
Rhythm Heaven Groove.
I've never played Rhythm Heaven before. 2026?
That was Rhythm Heaven Groove, a brand new entry in the Rhythm Heaven series. It includes lots of music produced by renowned Japanese musician Tsunku.
I like the music. The music's
What
really
kinds
fun.
of rhythms do you think you'll hear? We hope you're looking forward to it.
It reminds me of WarioWare
Next,
a bit.
we have news about the use of digital games on your system.
Wait.
Please take a look.
Wait. What? Wait.
With game cards, you can put a game featuring Mario in this Nintendo Switch system
I called it!
and
They're
a
bringing
Legend of Zelda
cartridges
game
back!
in this one. Freely inserting the games you have on hand into any system you
Right,
want.
right, okay.
But what if digital games could be as flexible and convenient as game cards? Well, here's what we came up with.
Huh.
Introducing the Virtual Game Card. In the future, virtual game cards can be used for digital games.
Wait a minute. So is this Nintendo's way of like actually putting value in buying physical media, like a physical cartridge, like in stores? Because now people have been buying digitally on their store massively and aren't going into video game stores anymore. So is this their answer to like try and save GameStop and like mom and pop shops from like going out of business? It's an interesting thing, right? Like what's the purpose of the cartridge though?
When purchasing the digital version of the game, it will be loaded onto your system as a virtual game card, allowing you to play that title. Your digital games will be lined up as virtual game cards on a dedicated management screen. Here, you can load and eject your virtual game cards and manage which games you can play on your system.
Loading on a second
If
system.
you have two Nintendo Switch systems, you can eject a virtual game card from one and load it onto the second. Now you can play this game on the second system wherever and whenever you want, just as if you had inserted a physical game card.
That's actually
With virtual game
huge!
cards, you can freely load and arrange which games you play.
Oh my god, I predicted this. You remember a couple of weeks ago when I was talking about how they were gonna like start giving cartridges out to like video game reviewers? This is literally what they're gonna start doing now. They're gonna send video game reviewers and like media and like streamers like these digital cartridges that are only gonna be allowed to be played within probably a certain time, or you're gonna have to be required to have this cartridge to stream the game. No longer are they gonna rely on digital anymore, I think. That's crazy. But like, imagine you're actually gonna be able to like do early release stuff again now because of this.
On up to 2 systems. Local communication with your second system is required, but only the first time.
Oh. Oh, do you need so you need the original console to pair it? But for how long? Lending to family group members.
You can also lend out virtual game cards to your Nintendo account family group members. Connect to your family group member system via local wireless when you...
That actually makes the family membership so much more worthwhile. I'm not even gonna lie, it makes it so much more worthwhile.
Want to lend a game. Choose the title you're lending and who you're lending it to. And you're done. They can now play on their own system.
Okay, but what about co-op games?
You can only lend one game at a time to a particular person.
Right.
Games can be lent out for 2 weeks, after which they will automatically return to you.
For 2 weeks? That's
making digital games even easier to
play.
use. Virtual.
Wait. Okay. So what happens if there's a co-op game like Super Mario Bros. Wonder or like the Super Mario Bros. Games and like you want to play co-op with them? Can you launch it at the same time? What's the that's the only way that I think this virtual game card would like actually have like extreme value. If like you could lend it to a friend so you can play co-op together. But like beyond that, this is just lending a game. Like you could just hand your system to them.
Game card.
The virtual game card
Wait.
feature lets you swap games between Nintendo Switch systems as well as to Nintendo Switch 2 systems. This
there it is. There it is. Okay. So that's what they're doing because they stated that Nintendo Switch 2 they weren't going to have all the Nintendo Switch games. So this was their way around like people getting extremely angry at them. They were like, well, you can get the virtual cartridge if you want to play that game. You just upload it onto the 2, but you're not going to be able to purchase it on that console. Smart
feature
Nintendo.
is planned to be added.
That's smart. You're giving them options, but you're not completely ruling it out, you know? That's smart. That's smart. They're learning. Dude, Nintendo is actually, they know how to play the game. They play it really slow. Nintendo plays it so slow compared to so many of the other studios. You know, people tend to talk so much like scuff about Nintendo, but you know, where most studios will like cave into like a lot of like online pressure and like they'll like respond almost immediately the second they hear bad news. Nintendo like will sit on it for months and months and months and just contemplate like, okay, well, we'll take it into account and we'll bring it up at the next meeting. Like but that's so crazy to think about, man. I think Nintendo definitely is a business that I would want to like get like in and out, like kind of like in depth, like how they run their business kind of structure. I think is very
system update.
professional. But it's not necessarily perfect because I've known a lot of people that like have worked at Nintendo have told me like a lot of different things. It's like 50-50. There's some people that think that they're very strict. There's some people that that really love working Nintendo, like obsessively love working for Nintendo. And then there's some people that just um that feel like there could be a lot of room for improvement. But they the only reason for that is because they have like separate international offices. They have the Japan office and then they also have the American office, and they both operate under different leaderships. But I think the Japan office always has final say on a lot of like the core key decisions and like what's going to be happening. So the American offices sometimes get into like squabbles sometimes because they feel like they should be moving at like faster paces, but that's not how like a lot of traditional Japanese business is like handled over. You know, they're very professional in what they do and they take their time on deciding a lot of key things.
April. Let's take a look at more Nintendo Switch games.
Wait, what? High on Life is coming. What? What a random addition to the Switch. R Overdrive. The Wandering Village. Oh, it looks like AoE. King of Meat. Oh, this looks fun! Please tell me it's co-op. Nintendo, you know what we really want? We want you to bring back Diddy Kong Racing. There, I said it. Bring back Diddy Kong Racing. But like,
uncover history once more. An HD remaster of Saga Frontier 2 is venturing onto Nintendo Switch. Meet Gustav, the royal heir, and Will the explorer. Two heroes whose fates and legacies will intertwine across generations in this epic RPG.
Ooh, this game looks
Experience the original story, along with brand new events that expand the vibrant world of Sondale. Plus, team up with more characters in battle.
Are we just gonna become an RPG streamer?
And transfer stats to allies through the parameter inheritance system. After finishing the main story, you can test your mettle and might against even more powerful bosses. What histories will you uncover through the ages? Saga Frontier 2 Remastered launches on Nintendo Switch later today. Monumental adventures await. Embark on peaceful journeys across this series of beautiful puzzle games. Wander through isometric worlds filled with stunning landscapes to manipulate, optical illusions to discover, and mystifying secrets to unfold. In Monument Valley, lead the silent Princess Ida in her quest for forgiveness while outsmarting the enigmatic Crow people. A different journey awaits in Monument Valley 2. Guide Ro in her adventure through motherhood as she and her child unlock the secrets of the sacred geometry. Both games contain all their additional chapters, add-ons, and DLC. The first two Monument Valley games launch on Nintendo Switch April 15th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. And help Noor on her journey to restore the world's light in Monument Valley 3, setting sail on Nintendo Switch this summer.
A golf game.
A brand new entry in the Everybody's Golf series is driving onto Nintendo Switch.
It's a Hot Shots game.
Aim, time your button press just right, and take your shot.
Nothing more satisfying than like
perform backspins,
a good like
side spins,
fishing golfing game, you know?
and other special shots.
I miss good fishing games, man.
In the single-player challenge mode, compete in tournaments and face off against a range of rivals to become the ultimate golfer. In Wacky Golf, your shots could get pulled into holes, or obstacles might fall. It's golf that's not quite par for the course. Up to 4 golfers can hit the fairway together locally or in online play.
Character designs.
So just relax and get ready to tee off. Everybody's Golf Hot Shots lands on
Actually kinda
Nintendo
looks-
Switch this
looks
year.
cute. Captain America.
Unite some of Marvel's greatest superheroes in the fight against evil.
Marvel game?
Pair up 2 heroes from the roster of 15, including the likes
It's a
of the
beat-em-up
spectacular
game.
Spider-Man and the ferocious Wolverine to take on the challenge. From close quarters combatants to aerial aces, you can mix and match a
this looks
variety of
sick.
heroes for an amazing array of possibilities. And swap between your team of 2 at any time. Take advantage of your team's strengths to overwhelm your foes. Plus,
this is so
up to 4
badass.
players can assemble for local or online co-op play. The battle for the fate
That
of the
looks so
Marvel Universe
good.
begins when Marvel Cosmic Invasion launches on the Nintendo
I'm
Switch
so
system this holiday.
Holiday? Which holiday though?
That was Marvel Cosmic Invasion, where you'll battle as a tag team of different superheroes. Next is our last game announcement. Please take a look.
Ooh, I didn't even know I wanted a Marvel beat 'em up game, but now I kind of do. Animal Crossing? Ain't no way. Wait, it's not Animal Crossing. Oh, is this the me? The little,
How
the little me
refreshing.
character thing? They have voices now? Oh, please tell me they're bringing back the location like thing that the 3DS had.
Tomodachi Life. Living the dream.
You remember? Dude, okay, one of my favorite things about going to E3 back in the day was taking my 3DS with me because I met so many people like over the little me characters. They had like those little mini games where like if you were around people in your area, they'd like visit your character or like you'd be able to interact with them. And it was so cool like doing that every year because you ran into so many people that worked at different studios. A lot of them Nintendo, a lot of them, a lot of cosplayers I met actually doing that too. But it's so cool, man. It's so cool. The 3DS was such a good um it was a good like social experiment. It was a good social experiment because it encouraged you to go outside. It encouraged you to be in crowds a little bit because you got to interact and like your me character would like go on those like little adventures. You'd gather puzzles so that you can like collect the more people you met. And oddly enough, the 3DS was portable enough that you'd be able to just go anywhere with it. Whereas like the Switch, I don't feel like it has that as much, you know? It's very bulky, it's hard to carry. What I think the Switch needs is either a phone application that like reads location and stuff, or it needs to come out with like a secondary accessory, like a watch, you know, like a smartwatch, or you know, like something that could be used like for Pokemon, because one thing that came out back in the day was a little the what were they called? Not the pedometers, the pokey. They were pokey something. They were like the little tiny like pokeballs where you can like carry a Pokemon with you and it would like measure the steps that you took. I like that a lot. Now, if they applied that to like a watch where like you could have your me character or and you could have him like have a Pokemon that would travel with you and it measured like your steps, that would be so cool. I would love something like that to come out for the Switch or the Switch 2. I think like the Switch needs to add a little bit more accessories. But I think with like the kind of like the stuff that happened before, because they did like all those like cardboard accessories and they failed so hard in the on the market. I mean, they sold really well in stores, but like I think monetarily they like lost money on that in the long run. So it was very difficult for them to kind of like justify investing more into like building accessories for the console. I think another attributing factor for that was what were those little little like figurines. They were like Spyro dragons or it was like some like video game. I forgot exactly what it was called, but they came with like little figurines and like you'd put them on your 3DS and it would read it, and your figurine would like appear in the game as like a monster that you can use for like battling and stuff like that. I think it was called like Spyro or Spyro or something like that. But but yeah, no, that accessory sold really well in like the first quarter, and sales of it dropped so hard the following year that they lost so much money. They went balls deep like investing money into that video game, and like people just kind of like fell off of it hard. They fell off of it real hard. But that was like years ago. That's back when I was like working the game store. So that's got to be like around 2014, 2015 era. So yeah, that was like a long time ago. But it's kind of odd that like Nintendo hasn't invested more into like accessories since then. I think they're kind of like afraid to like invest into accessories now. Like but I guess with the success of like the Mario movie and like the park opening up and like the huge success that the park has been, they're probably just rolling in money right now. And then they have like all these other projects that are coming out right now. They're actually they're casting for Legend of Zelda live action. Like, oh my god, I wonder if those auditions are still going on right now. I was actually thinking of like of like trying out for it myself, but like I don't know. I think that there's plenty of other really good actors out there, but and not only that, but I think I passed my prime. But hey, I think I can make a good mask guy, right? The mask merchant. I don't know. I could definitely play like a little side character for sure. Hey, money's money. But yeah, I think that they're still doing auditions for that. I'm just kind of curious, like how secretive they really are. Oh my god!
Did you want to talk?
What
Glad
the
that was
hell
only
is
a
that?
dream.
That's so random.
That was Tomodachi Life Living the Dream, the first new entry in the series in over 10 years.
Yeah.
In the trailer, we saw Mii characters living on an island out
The
at sea.
fart. The
What
fart is
kinds
such
of
a nice
interactions
touch.
do you think they'll have? We hope you're looking forward to it. Thank you for watching today's Nintendo Direct so
Oh,
far.
that can't be it.
Our final
Oh,
announcement
no, I want
is something
more.
a little different that's not a game.
Wait.
Here's Mr. Miyamoto to introduce it.
Miyamoto!
Hello, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto.
What
Thank
is it?
you
What
for
is it?
watching today's Nintendo Direct. Since
No, no,
2011, Nintendo Direct has delivered Nintendo
Arigato.
news directly to you. And now, these presentations have grown into an event that many people watch. Thank you all very much. We'll continue to broadcast Nintendo Direct presentations, but we're also launching a new channel based on the concept of delivering information to you directly.
Oh.
This is a smart device app called Nintendo Today, which functions like a daily calendar. In the app, you can view different Nintendo events. We will also be delivering all sorts of content about Nintendo games and characters every day.
Huh.
After the Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2 on April 2nd, news about Nintendo Switch 2 will be delivered to you daily and directly through the Nintendo Today app as well. Nintendo Today will be available to download on smart devices later today. Anyone with a Nintendo account can use the app, so please try it out.
Oh, it becomes your home screen? That's actually kind of cool.
That's all I have to share.
I like that.
I hope you enjoy using Nintendo Today.
I thought it was just gonna be like an app, but like if it becomes your
That's
home
all
screen,
for
that's kind of
today's
cool.
Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
That was fun. That was actually kind of cool. I like that. I didn't see as much as I thought on like the Nintendo 2, Uh, first look though. Wait, when did this come out? 2 months ago. I did not watch this yet. Huh? Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Oh, baby. For free? Oh, bigger controllers? Yes. What was that noise? Why did they add that noise? Ew. Yo, next time you whip it out for your girlfriend, hey, just make that noise. Oh. Wait, what is this? Oh. Magnetic? Oh, I don't know about that, Chief. I don't know about that shit. How secure is that gonna be? I really hope there's like a locking mechanism on this. I really hope the controllers are gonna have locking mechanisms because oh my god, the amount of like screens that are gonna break from just like kids holding on the controllers and then just pulling them apart. Oh my god. Maybe that's what they're going for. They're just like, yeah, some of these kids are gonna be clumsy enough, and then the parents are just gonna buy them new ones anyways. I really hope that there's like some form of like, wow. I like the size of the screen, but like, man, every year we get bulkier and bulkier. It's gonna make it so much harder to travel with the Switch like in hand. Like unless you have like a backpack that you're like constantly carrying all this stuff in. What I'd love to see, I'd love to see them make the docking system more compact because that is really difficult to travel with. I find traveling with the docking system really annoying because it has this like slit right here where like if you put it into like a backpack that's like packed with things, like I'm always afraid that like if you put too much pressure on it, the docking tray is gonna like snap and stuff like that. So like I really hope that they find a more compact way of like designing the docking system. Ooh. I like that little flipping sound though. 2025. Hey, that's this year. Oh, that's the difference in size? Hefty, hefty, hefty. Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy. Oh my god. Am I gonna have to buy a Nintendo Switch too? Ah! No! And then we have PlayStation 5 Pros that just came out. Ugh. Shit. Too much, too much. Oh man. Okay, that concludes the Nintendo Switch Directs. Oh, that was actually kind of good. I'm glad I got caught up on that. It's been a cool minute since I looked at any of the trailers for that. So I'm excited, but there's still a lot of projects that I hope that they like work on. Like for one, I I find a lot like I love Dragon Quest. I love Dragon Quest and the fact that they're coming out with the 2D HD remix remaster is really good and fire. but like I find it kind of lazy. I find it kind of lazy. Um, I really wish they'd go back and create like the game again, but like in a three-dimensional format, you know? Keep the storyline. Keep it, maybe add a couple of things in, like how Final Fantasy did it, you know? You don't have to copy Final Fantasy Rebirth in any way, but like do it how they did it and like remake the game. Make it look pretty as fuck. Add a bunch of like new combat systems into it. But like keep the story authentic and keep it like how it was. But like yeah, I think like 2D remasterings of these games are just like it, it's it's destroying the retro market in a way. It's destroying the retro market because why it's destroying the incentive for somebody to want to buy the retro version of it when they could just have the remastered version, unless they're like some kind of like extreme collector or of that nature. You know, they just want it for the sake of like completing their collection. It's just completely destroying the retro market altogether. um that being said, I get why they're doing it. I get why they're doing it. The reason why studios are doing these HD 2D remakes is because Nintendo has been hitting very hard when it comes to emulators and emulation in general, suing a lot of companies that have been doing emulations and stuff like that. So I think this is the studio's like answer to that. That like, oh well, like if you know we're going to be attacking all these emulation sites, we might as well like make some money off of it by releasing like remakes. You know, they're very easy to make. We just hire an outside studio or it's like some secondary studio to just like polish it up and just make it exactly the same game, just make it look a little bit nicer, and that's about it. um Granted, there's a lot of work that goes into doing that, you know, keeping it authentic. But again, you know, I think uh I think the amount of money that they're throwing at these studios to remaster them rather than remake them altogether or create like a new IP in or something, uh I don't know. I don't know. I think they're losing money in the long run, but I could be wrong on that. I could be wrong. There there could be a huge like fan base out there of like, you know, people that have been waiting for these HD to pop up, which I don't blame them. Dragon Quest is a phenomenal series. I think everybody should play them. Um with that being said, I still think that like HD are just a bit late. Just a tad bit. Uh what's next? Are we going to Well, actually, we already did. I was gonna say, are we gonna get an HD remix of Pokemon? And we've had that for years. Pokemon Red, Fire Red. I forgot about that. Holy moly! I forgot they did that already. That's right. But even that, they added in Fire Red. They added a bunch of content into that. I think, right? I think they did. Getting hot in here. Um. Okay. Let's move on to the next set. I think. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like an hour of Chrono Trigger. Uh oh, mm, mm. Could we do Chrono Trigger? Maybe we could do Chrono Trigger. Hmm. If we do Chrono Trigger, I think it's gonna be way too late for a movie. Because by the time we finish Chrono Trigger, it's gonna be damn near 1:30. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna skip Chrono Trigger for tonight, and we're just gonna watch the movie. And we'll continue Chrono Trigger for tomorrow for sure. Because I'm excited to watch this movie. Uh, I've never seen it. It's been something on my to-do list for some time because of the book that I've been reading, The Method. I've just recently discovered that the project that they were talking about in the book, or specifically the chapter that I'm in, is talking about the Broadway version of this film. it's not specifically talking about this film and its actors. This film came out years later after the success of the Broadway plays. Um, Interestingly enough, so these actors are different from the people that they talk about in the book, but I'm still interested in finding out how good this story is because it's a big part of like film appreciation. Um, or just like in general, like acting, because this play essentially kind of like saved a lot of like theater groups at that time, like early 1930s, 1920s, like kind of time where Broadways were starting to like pop up. And then the financial crisis of the Great Depression occurred, and a lot of different theater groups struggled in paying or get, having people come in for, like theater plays and stuff like that. So much so that a lot of them ended up closing down. The reason why a lot of theaters still survived that time, or even like the time after that, was because of incentives that I think was FDR put into place around that time. He saved the American Theater Association by giving them a lot of money, a lot of grants, and a lot of money. So much so that, like, even until now, they are still like receiving a lot of uh, that assistance to keep their locations open. but uh, but yeah, no, it's an interesting read. I'm really liking this book a lot. I'm learning a lot about theaters and just like the way that like actors' minds kind of like function. Um I knew I knew to a certain degree that acting required an understanding of like, the psyche. You have to have a good understanding of the human mind a little bit to understand emotions. But like I didn't understand that the actors and like the directors that they're specifically talking about in this, and even the writers, have such a deep understanding of psychology at their core. I didn't realize it was that important for acting in general, but it's crazy the way that, like, how in depth they go into it with a lot of like the originals, like Stanislavski, Bolilowski, I think was his name. Bolinlowski or something like that. I forgot. But yeah, and I'm barely getting into a lot of like characters. Like for one character that's really really cool is Stella Adler. Stella Adler, I didn't realize was such a like um important character when it came to like the method. So much so that there's like a lot of like foundations that are still under her name. I remember when I first got into like acting, like years and years ago, I had a lot of like invites to a Stella Adler foundation that was like around here. I didn't realize that she was such an important figure when it came to like the scope of like acting and the community itself. But now that I know that, it makes me kind of want to like go back and like approach that program in a different way. I wasn't sure on like what exactly what kind of training they had available or like what they did. I think most of them that I looked up is that they did like a lot of different odd jobs here and there. They did a lot of like I won't speak about it too much. You could probably look it up, but like they have a Stella Adler like school kind of like foundation thing. I received so many emails about it from back in the day, and I still get like the occasional notification here and there. Um, I never got into it though. I kind of wonder where my life would have went if I kind of pursued that a little bit more though. I don't know. I don't think I was ready at that time either. I was like I said, I did not take care of myself at that time, and like this is the most normal I've ever felt in my life, up to this point. Like when I had my teeth fucked up, I was so worried about that. And like imagine trying to like go into like something like acting with just like always having to worry about that kind of shit. But finally I'm at a point where like everything's kind of fixed up for me. I'm finally kind of comfortable with the position I'm in. Yeah, sure, like I can use extra money here and there, but like who does it nowadays, you know? I think I'm very comfortable with the stuff that I have and like what's available to me. Uh like I don't need I don't how do you put it? Like it's like you don't need you don't need more, but more can make things easier. That's the only way to describe it. That's the only way to describe it because I'm a very stable position. I'm at a very stable position right now. Very comfortable. But that's the thing. Comfort is the enemy of creativity, I think. Uh comfort is the enemy of invention. Comfort is the enemy of innovation in many ways. You know, you get too comfortable, you get lazy, you get complacent. You know, you don't go out of your way to try new things, you know. You don't go out, like the streaming thing. Like I think me starting up streaming has taught me so much about myself, about a lot of the people around me, how I dealt with people around me a lot, being able to go back into VODs and like see my interactions in many ways, um, really kind of like look back on like the things that I'm talking about when I talk about interests. It got me back into like reading this book because like I remember being so utterly fascinated by it back in the day. So I kind of decided to pursue it again. Um, and like there's just you you have to kind of go out of your comfort zone sometimes to just try new things. Um, as for that though, I think we should get into the movie. I think it's about that time. I've been yapping your heads off for a little bit more than an hour or so, right? What time is it? Time is it? It's a cheeky hour and 30 minutes of yapping and watching Nintendo Directs. I think it's time we watch a good movie. But I'm going to end stream first. I'm going to end stream and we're going to restart it. You know the drill. I'm going to launch up the stream again because the VOD will be deleted after this. I'm going to keep the Nintendo Direct VOD. So that one's going to stay up for people that do want to watch that. I might upload that later onto the VODs. Let me actually take the Chrono Trigger out of the title, though. And there you go. And then we put watch party later. File. Okay, there you go. And so I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go make some popcorn. It'll take me 2 minutes. And I'm gonna grab some water, and we're gonna start up the movie. I'm not gonna tell you what the movie is yet, so make sure you're on time. Uh, it's gonna be an old movie. Just a heads up, it is gonna be an old movie for people that aren't necessarily interested in like kind of like older kind of movie title stuff. Um, just a heads up, it's a good film. It's a good film. I promise. If you stick with it, you can learn a lot about how they did things back in the day. But I'll try my best to kind of point things out here and there as best as I can. I am not a professor in this in any way. But I think over the past 15 years of me studying this, I think I do have a little bit more than just like the regular general person. uh just a tad bit, not too much, just a little. All right, but I'll be right back. I'm going to leave you guys off with the song. Where is my songs? Oh, there they are. Okay. And we'll start up in T minus. Oh, I'll be back by midnight. All right, we'll start up at midnight for sure. All right. See you guys in a couple minutes. Bye. Go grab your popcorn and your snackies and your blankets. It's time for a movie.